Hello, and thanks for coming. Oh, David Bradley in the box room here. I'm going to do something. I'm going to move the 64 out of the way, and I'm going to bring another one in. This one is one that came with the 1581, or the 1581 came with it. I'm not sure how to say it. Anyway, now I was told it didn't work. So we'll see. Uh-huh. Well, I believe this is probably a reset switch. It is on the top. And, oh, hang on, I'll flip the switch. And I'll press the reset thing. Aha, so yes, this machine has Jiffy DOS installed, and it has a switch, it has a reset switch, and also has a switch to turn Jiffy DOS on and off. I will reset, and I will turn Jiffy DOS back on. Now, I do not have vast experience with Jiffy DOS. I don't. I believe it's supposed to make things faster, but I don't know much about it. Certainly, it... Oh, I see. Wait, I do see that the power LED on this machine is not working. Oh, okay. I believe maybe the keyboard is a little dirty. So now these two things both have Jiffy DOS in them. So I wonder. I don't imagine it can format faster. Oh, I should. Oh dear, yes, the keyboard has issues. Poke 53280, 0. And the 8 key is not working well, but it did. And we'll switch that. And then, okay, so we have the directory. Let's try 15, 8, 8, 8, 15, quote, N, 0, colon. Change this to C64 test, 64, quote, colon, close 15. And we'll send it away. And it is formatting. Now, supposedly, this 64 did not work. One of the reasons this guy was selling the stuff was that it wasn't working. Well, so far, I don't see evidence of that. So, the next thing to do... Oh, the drive crapped out. We'll try that again. Is we'll grab the harness. We'll wait while the drive is formatting. This volume sounds like it's up a little high. Don't need it right down to nothing. Oh, yes. So the 64 looks pretty clean, pretty mean, pretty nice. 64C, sorry, it's a 64C. And the drive is formatting. And once it is done, we will connect. It must be soon. It must be soon. Anyway, this machine is very neat, very tidy, and very neat. It does have a little sponge. Okay, did finish. Load the directory. We will not press there. We will find out. There. Now it's funny. I'm hearing more sort of sound things happening out of this. And it's just turned on than I normally would. Or I don't know what it is. Anyway, so maybe there's SID problems. Alright, so I plug into the cartridge port. We reach around and we plug into the joystick port. The joystick port. Oh, okay. We have to pull out from the serial port and plug in, and then into the cassette port. Now the wires on this do kind of get in the way, so I'm going to leave this sitting upright, and then I will take this other 64 power supply that was ruined or broken, and I will tuck that right up against there so it can't fall, and I'll turn it on and see what the diagnostics have to say. Meanwhile, I'll turn off the 1581 and we'll see what's what. We will see. We shall see. Now, well, that's doing that. Maybe I'll look at this thing here that I haven't really tested yet, but I should. Yeah, it really needs, like that, it needs new batteries. So I think, oh, now, okay. Aha, so we do hear that nothing is working on the sound test, and okay. So indeed, if there is a SID chip in there, it does seem to be defective. Now the other thing, just before I did all this, I did turn the volume down a lot because I was hearing a lot more funny noises coming out. Does that mean that there is something coming out of the SID chip and I just had the volume down turned down too much? I don't know. We'll find out. I'm suspecting, though. There's no sound. There's no sound. There's no sound. There's no attempted sound. Well, I'm hearing buzzing, but that's, you know. And it is saying that the 6581 chip is bad. That's the SID chip. Oh, we don't necessarily need that buzzing so much to be going through our heads, etc. So interesting. Seems okay. Certainly, the keyboard needs to be cleaned because I was having trouble with some of the letters and numbers. But it does seem that the SID chip, well, that is buzzing a lot. I'm going to turn that right down. It does seem that that is the issue. Now, another thing I'm going to just look at while this is doing its thing and being very careful to do it is I'm just going to look and see which version of the 64 is in here. And I believe if you look through the vents and it's a bigger version of the board, you should be able to see the edge of the board. I don't see it. So I think this is a little SUPER PLA board that I don't like. But, I mean, anything that's working is good, and it seems to be working. It does seem to be. So I think what I'm going to do, because I know my battery is getting low, etc., 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 I think I'm going to take this and I will plug in my microphones to charge and I will say farewell. But before I do that, remember, the World of Commodore is coming December 2nd and 3rd. That's a Saturday and a Sunday. It's at the Admiral INN, which is in Mississauga. One thing, and there will be many more details, but if you are going to book a room, don't go to one of those weird sites and do other things. Supposedly, best to call the hotel directly or use their website. And I don't know what the rooms are, and I don't know a whole lot of the details. But I know the Admiral Inn is where we've had it for years and years, and indeed that is where it's going to be this year. The World of Commodore, December 2nd and 3rd, at the Admiral Inn in Mississauga, which is very close to Toronto. It's just off the QEW. It is. And it will be a great event. And don't forget, of course, it's not mandatory, but a lot of people go to Swiss Chalet on the Saturday night and hang out together. And it's fun. And if you want to display something, there are tables. If you're selling stuff, there are tables. I'm sure they'll be looking for speakers, as in I don't mean like speakers that you connect up so people can hear better, but people to speak about things. And it will be grand. It will be glorious. So check it out. I'm here that this weekend the TPUG website will be updated, and anyway, I will also find out everything I can find out about the hours, and supposedly the price to get in is the same as last year. And once again, I'll find out all the details. I will pass them on. So for this moment, I think what I'm going to do is turn this monitor off, turn the on air sign off because we're going off the air. Where are we? We'll see about that. And yeah, so I'm going to leave this to test. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.